If you struggle to keep God at the center while chasing your goals, then this video is for you. I'm going to be giving you 3 separate tips that are going to allow you to keep God at the center while you are pursuing the things that He put you on this earth to pursue. The first tip that I have for you today is to keep God in the forefront of your mind. Proverbs 3 verses 5 through 6 say, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and always submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Let's talk about the first part of this verse. So it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, number 1, and not to lean on your own understanding. In my opinion, your goals, your journey is decided by God. Whatever your mission is right now, God put those ideas into your head. For me, God put my YouTube channel in my head. I wouldn't be here recording YouTube videos if I didn't feel a calling from God to go do that. Okay, so let's talk about the second part of the verse. And always submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. So when you decide to submit to the Lord, He will make your goal clear. He will make the actions that you need to take to complete that goal clear. I ignored God for the first 9 months of my entrepreneur journey. I started a business when I should have just started my YouTube channel. I had ideas of starting a YouTube channel before I even started my first business, which was completely unrelated to YouTube. I had the idea in my head, but I was too scared to go act upon it. I was too afraid of judgment, too afraid of failure, too afraid of putting myself out there. That was a mistake that I made for the past 9 months. And now I'm here because I'm finally ready to accept God's calling. Now my path is straight. I know where I want to go. I know where I want to take this YouTube channel. When you listen to God's calling, when you submit to God, you are essentially embracing the life that God wants you to live. And that life is full of peace, happiness, and joy. When I press that record button, I feel satisfied with myself. I feel fulfilled. I don't care how many views I'm getting. As long as I'm helping people, as long as I'm pleasing the Father, that's enough satisfaction for me. And if you haven't submitted to the Father yet, pray about it, which is the second tip of today's video. You need guidance. You are a human. Your flesh is going to tell you to, oh, go make more money. Go get more jacked in the gym. Go do the things that are going to give you status and power, because that's what our flesh wants. But God calls us for a higher duty. We were called to serve others, love God, love people, live in joy, live in contentment, and live in gratitude for what He did. And sometimes your goals just don't align with that. You should also pray for alignment. Your goals should really be in alignment with what God wants from you. And I know it can be hard to figure out what God wants from you, but you can pray about that too. Now, alignment is important because that's something that can just give you so much peace. I think I'm living in alignment right now. You know, I'm a Christian, right? I love God, I love Jesus. And I'm making YouTube videos about Jesus and about God and about loving others and serving Him. My goal, my grind is in alignment with what God wants from me. That's why my work is going to be blessed. That's why I'm going to feel blessed. That's why I'm going to feel joy. So your goal has to be in alignment with what the Father wants from you. It's really empty when your goal is completely unaligned with what God wants from you. My first business, making t-shirts, had nothing to do with God. I'm sure God was happy with me for deciding to create instead of consume, but it wasn't, I was chasing the money. I wasn't loving the work. I wasn't really enjoying what I was doing. And that was a problem. And God saw that and God punished me for it. Business completely failed, and it was a good experience, but it didn't fulfill me at all. When you're in alignment, you're doing your work, you're doing your things for the glory of God, which is the third tip of today's video. Recognize that everything you do is for the great, glorious power of Jesus Christ. Use your freedom, use your power to help other people. There's so much joy, so much satisfaction that can be cultivated when you just decide to hold the door for somebody. When you decide to provide people with valuable information that they can use to better their lives. When you decide to help others, you are pleasing the Father up in heaven. And I'm sorry to say this now, but if your goal doesn't involve helping another person, then it's probably time to change routes. It's time to try something new. Because the level of fulfillment, the level of satisfaction that you give yourself but that you also give to others by just helping them out is immense. And I mean, it was really difficult for me to quit after 9 months of work with my first business. It was hard for me to leave because that was my sense of hope. And that caused a lot of problems because I'm supposed to put my hope in Jesus. So I changed routes. All right, let's recap. First, keep God in the forefront of your mind. Second, pray about your goals. And third, recognize that everything is for the glory of God. Thank you for watching. See you later.